Hello, everyone. Welcome to Michigan and another episode of Big Sky Farms. Today, we are going to um, grab the combine back and look at doing looking at doing a contract. Give us a little bit more coin. Um, so I did a little off-camera work since the last episode, and I finished up this wheat field that we were working on harvesting here last time. Got all of that harvested, sold the wheat, and netted us just shy of about 30,000 after paying off our getting out of debt there. So we are up to that much. We're up at about $26,000. I did increase our loan just a little bit as well, and was able to pick up a ripper so we can rip up this stubble ground and get it prepared for sugar beets. That's what we're primarily going to be doing here on the farm. And so we've got a ripper so we can start ripping that ground up. And then we are also in the market for a sprayer. Got my eye on a couple of different ones, and so we're going to check and see what we can do with those. But for right now, we are just going to get get this header unhooked and get it ready to go for moving on down. I got a canola field I got my eye on. That one should allow us to do a bunch of harvesting and not too much unloading, but still give us a pretty decent paycheck, almost 16,000. So that is what we're going to do today. So come along. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining in the ride. So we're going to get all of this taken care of. We're going to fold in that header. We're going to cruise up here. Make sure I get this in the right spot. And I don't remember, and I never do. I think I got to be further this way. This is always the challenge of these headers. Oh, now I know we're way off, and yep. So, anyway, a couple other things. I did use a little bit of our money to give me just a second here to figure this out. Got to be further over the other way. Nope. So I did use this a little bit of money to pick up a loading wagon. So we're going to run around and load a little bit of wow. Just check and make sure. Interesting. Thought we had the header folded. Anyway, didn't look like we did, but I believe now we do. So now we should be able to get something going here on this thing. If not, well, who knows what's going to go on with this thing. I tell you what. There we go. Perfect. All right. So now we turn back up a little bit. We will jump out here. Cruise up to the old Ford and see if we can find a spot where you guys and us are not in the trees. We'll see what we can do. There we go. Now the trick is going to be, are we able to pull away without taking out anything on the combine? And I think we will be okay. We might do, we'll have to do a little bit of we will have to do a little bit of lime as well, I think. So I think in preparation for that contract, we're just going to run this header down to that canola field. I'd like to get a little work in with that loading wagon. I've been trying, it's been sitting in my mod folder for a while, and I just want to try it out. So probably want to slow down here just a little bit for the corner, because I've seen some videos out there with the headers being pretty squirrely. So, but and I know we won't get a whole lot for our straw, but I do want to get a little bit of it picked up and just give us a little edge there. Probably get us about enough to cover the lease on the loading wagon. So here is the canola field right across from the beet processor. So we're going to go ahead and spin around here. And then when we get the combine back down here, we can get started on that. So I think what we will do is we'll come down here and check on those contracts, and there it is. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. It's got to go to the Michigan Farmers Market. All right. So now that we're ready for that, we'll get our combine down there. Do a little in-cab fun for you guys there. And to avoid some boredom, I will just see you guys again when we get there. All right, checking in here on our drive, hoping we fit across the bridge here with our wide tires. Should be okay. All right, another safe bridge crossing. Coming back in here, we're going to get rid of our beacons and our emergencies. All right. Sorry, there was just a little glitch on my sim dashboard here, so let's get a little closer. There we go. And we'll slip over and get rid of that. We'll unfold. And we'll back up. And hopefully have just enough room. Yes, we do. Okay, so we're going to all right, we'll just take off this headland and then we will send him down the other end. Let's see what we can do there. And I believe if I can scroll in here, I'll show you guys a little something here. It's a little noisy, I apologize. We get our actually get our header tires on the ground doing something. So I discovered that the other day on a live stream. So works quite well. Quite well. Go ahead and lift and fall right into the ditch. We're going to have to keep that in mind. There's a ditch right on the edge of that one. You don't even really see that one coming. Goodness. Alright. And this big old header, we're just going to kind of spin around here. Okay. We're going to get this guy rolling on a hired worker here on this end. Let him work his way across the field. And we're going to go jump in and try our 8RX John Deere that we've got. Haven't messed too much with John Deere in the game other than the harvesters. And a little bit on my live stream. So it'll be kind of the first, primarily a Fendt guy. So we'll see what these John Deeres are all about, see if they can live up to the hype. But we're going to make sure we get all of that because we're on a contract. We want to do good work here. And we'll just go ahead and send our worker on his way. All right. So this will be primarily our planting and spraying machine. We've got a pretty wide stance here, and part of this tractor package is the tanks that go on it. However, we are still waiting for those to come in from the dealer. So that is why we don't have those on here yet. But we're just going to hook up and see what we can do loading wagon wise and go from there. Fire that baby up and we'll see if we can avoid the trees here, and we'll start picking up some straw. And looks like, well, that thing's got some great animation going in. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and it handles the big piles pretty well. So this is something that will go fairly quickly, I think, for us. And we're just going to do one thing there. That'll tell us how many pounds we've got of straw in there. And I think this thing gets pretty close to about 8,000 pounds. Filling fairly quickly. So this may be something that gets set up on a potentially on some sort of course play and auto drive situation there. So but yeah, we're not even going to get two full things here. And we're going to be full. And so it's automatically going to shut us off. And so we are going to have to figure out where is a good place to sell some straw. So the biomass or the animal dealer. And we might have to... Okay, that's where the animal dealer is. Let's see if... Or the biomass. See if the animal dealer... Animal dealer could potentially be just a skosh closer. So, let's... go ahead and cruise up there. And yeah, I did not realize there was going to be near as much straw out here as what there is. So we're going to have to do some... we're going to have to do some of this offline and maybe set it up for a little bit of horseplay work, because doing all the straw that's here, I think I'm going to bore you guys to tears. So, I guess there's always the option we could do some baling with it as well, but I've already got the wagon rented, so looks like we'll just have to go with this as is this way. So, pretty slick looking loading wagon from Fint there. So, again, not something you typically see here in the U.S. I think there are a handful of them running around the Midwest, but definitely not out here in Montana, that is for sure. So, and I did see the notice that the combine is almost full up there in the corner. So as we go past the road construction here, which is always a joy, we'll get into the biomass here and get unloaded, and then probably take care of this field right to our left, because that is nice and close to this unload point, the sell point, and we'll jump over and get that combine, make sure he stays rolling. So, but that is what we're up to today in Michigan. So, and this looks like he could be kind of far ways away here. Not exactly sure how we get... Oh, I see how we get there. Okay. All right. So this will kind of be our test run. We'll see how much cash we get out of this. And then we'll go from there. So 3,000 bucks a load. I think it will definitely be worth harvesting the straw off of here. It's going to give us a nice little chunk of coin. So we're definitely going to do that. Like I said, I think off camera, I'm going to see if I can set it up for a course. And we might look at renting a rake to see if it makes the course a little easier for us. So it's a lie, because this is our land. That initial graphic there when you're first starting with it kind of coming into that loading wagon is really cool. I like that a lot. So we'll just get this guy filled up, because it won't take but a moment, even though our combine is standing still yet again. But we'll see how this 410 handles the big piles. Looks like it'll handle them okay. The construction guys flagged us down there while we were cutting, so we had two big piles there. But, so All right. So we are going to hang out here for just a moment. And it looks like we are on the wrong side. And we'll climb in our noisy old Peterbilt here. And we'll go ahead and cruise down. Get this combine unloaded. So we're going to go ahead. Set some brakes there for us. We'll just grab this machine. Unhire the worker. We'll spin around. See if we can't miss the truck with the header. Oh. Oof. Yep, can't do that. We're going to be a little too close. So let's go ahead and get this unloaded. There we go. All right. Got him unloaded. Whoop. Let's make sure we go the right way here. We'll fold that pipe in. And okay, so we'll send our case machine on its way. And we'll come back. And see how much straw we're gonna have. Looks like it is gonna be a fair bit. And for whatever reason, I really don't know what it is, I just thoroughly enjoy doing windrow work from inside the cab. So we're going to do a little first-person player today. And we're going to jump on here. We're about full. And that should fill us up. And we'll take off across the field. My concern is if I don't quite have my course play set up exactly, it won't pick it all up, and it'll just be going across the field not doing anything. So that's why I'm not just going to set up a course blind, and I did not use course play to harvest it, so where I went with the combine won't be exactly where the computer tells it to go. And that'll be kind of a problem there that I don't want to hassle with. So once we get up here and get this guy unloaded, I will probably just go ahead and do a little bit of a montage for you guys, just so that we're not wasting a whole bunch of time just driving around back and forth here. So we will get lined up here to unload, and then we'll get that going. so as we come back here, we're going to jump over and unload our combine again. And then I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode there. And we will finish up this contract when we come back. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show.